time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
So, activist investor Nelson Peltz of Trion Group is lobbying for a seat on the board of Disney again. He upped his stake in the Walt Disney Corporation to $2.5 billion. And last year when they were going through a proxy fight, or last winter, Disney basically said Peltz on the board would disrupt things we're trying to do and goals we're trying to accomplish, etc. I'm not sure, with the stocks being where they are, if the investors want to hear that again from Bob Iger and the board. Okay, so we have to wait and see what happens. The stocks seem to be between 83 and 80, dipping down below 80 a few times last week. What I think is that Disney promised Peltz some things that they didn't deliver on, and he wanted things to move faster. I'm not sure if he understands that the contracts of a few executives that should move on, at least one in particular, Kathleen Kennedy, are so egregiously screwed up that Disney can't force her to leave. They're literally in the spot where they don't need to renegotiate or renew her contract. She's done. So whenever that happens, this October or a year from now, I don't think Peltz understands that, but this is bigger than just Kennedy. I think this might have to do with getting dividends and other issues probably with Hulu, and basically just not moving as fast as Peltz wants. Kamran Pasha theorizes that Iger and the now gone Christine McCarthy, the CFO, got Disney somehow involved with FTX and the money zeroed out. There's $3 billion missing, and Iger knows it. Iger knows where it went, and if Peltz is on the board, he will have access to the books, and that might not be good. Now, that is a theory that I subscribe to, but we just have to see what happens. It seems to me that after reading a few things, Wall Street is comfortable with the stabilization of Disney's stock price right now. It isn't free fall. It isn't going up either. It's right in a spot, and we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. It seems stable to me, but again, did Peltz not get what he wanted? And if so, what's going to happen next? These are questions for Bob Iger to answer, and I would think he would. I think he's probably going to win this fight. I think he's going to get a seat on the board. I really, really do. Meanwhile, Bob Iger tries to save his legacy.
I was at the movies.
Do you want me to draw you a picture?
We'd be here all night!
Get out! That we do. On your fiery throne presiding over the damned. Oh, she's horrible. I've made a ghastly mistake.
And we have this coming in Deadline. Guillermo del Toro talks about his scrapped Jabba the Hutt underworld movie. And he said they basically had a good concept. They had how the world was going to look set up and felt strongly about it. And it was canned. And he said he goes from bitter to okay with not making the movie. And by the time things seemed to be changing, he was already making The Shape of Water. Okay. I myself am not sure if Guillermo del Toro would be the right director for an underworld movie. I kind of look at somebody like Ridley Scott, Christopher Nolan to be able to do that. But Cameron is thinking, because of the changes coming to Lucasfilm, and Jon Favreau basically telling Lucasfilm staff, go through all of the killed, dead projects to see what we can resurrect. And that's what they're doing. And because what's going on at Lucasfilm is not a secret in Hollywood. And I know some things that I'm not at liberty to discuss. I think Guillermo del Toro is probably lobbying Jon Favreau to get a chance to make this movie. I will have to see. Up next is the third piece of news. This is Portofino, Italy. It's one of the most beautiful places in Europe. It's on the Amalfi Coast, and it's one of the most popular tourist spots in the whole boot of Italy. And here's the deal. Kathleen Kennedy is on vacation with her husband, Frank Marshall, again. He posted a photograph, this is not the photograph that he posted, of this exact location, though, on his Instagram account. So she's on her second vacation in, 4 months? She was gone to London and France in July, and I think she was gone 2-3 weeks, and now she's gone again. With everything going down, I would think that she would be back at work. Again, this lends credence to what Sparrow has said, that she's not allowed on the grounds of Lucasfilm and that she's no longer the head of Lucasfilm, and like in name only. She's only in name only. Of course, black pills, black pill blobs, and yoga instructors will not believe that because they need things written for them in crayon. But that's okay. I have been told by someone she's basically retired now. But we'll have to see. Again, when I look at her contract, it was so confusing the last 3 years of what was going on with the negotiations. We only got it through rumors and Matt Bellany and Puck making snarky comments about it. That's the only place that ever really kind of was solid in that she's got a contract. And Disney did not put out any official word. And I would think that that would be a big deal for people. So my take on this is that we really don't know what's going on. And with the success of Ahsoka, I wanted to add that Deadline did talk about the fact that Lucasfilm is now looking forward to season 2. And with the writers back on, they can proceed with getting things together. All we need is SAG to come to an agreement, and that's it. But as far as that goes, that's fine. The only thing we're really waiting for is a few announcements from Disney. And I gotta say, because it's been, the lid has been so tightly screwed on the jar there, that that tells me that there is stuff going on. A lack of information, a black hole, is usually a sign that there are things going on that they don't want out yet. And I think what's going on with Kennedy is that. So this is Steph signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy.